Welcome to part 3 of building a traditional Louisiana pirogue. Y'all, we got a fire looking boat right here in front of me, but before y'all really get to see that, y'all gotta watch how I did it. So like I said, this is part 3. In this episode, we're starting off by covering the boat in something called copper nap. So this is gonna be like the wood preservative, the sealer, and it is a green color, so the wood is gonna turn green as we paint this on. Once that dries for a while and soaks into the wood, we can get on to the painting part, but for now let's start on the copper nap coating of the boat. Alright y'all, I am back in the shop. I have coated the boat in copper nap. It has dried. It actually looks a lot lighter because it's soaked into the wood pretty good. But after like over a year of steadily coming and build this thing in like countless days, like I can't even tell you how many days we came here to do different things to get this thing built, it was finally time to paint. I got some old paint thinned out to kind of prime it, so that's what I'm about to start. But when it comes to the final paint, we've got dead grass green and duck boat drab, so I'm doing 2 different tones, so that'll be cool. But this is just the primer. It's the old paint that he thinned out for me just to prime it, so you ain't gonna see that. But that is Pirogue green, so that's a different color, but like I said, that's just to prime it. I'm gonna get this little brush, start painting. We're gonna do the bottom. We got it on some sawhorses. Then we're gonna flip it, do the inside. Then very soon here, it's gonna be painted. It looks weird to see some color on it. It's been straight wood for so long. My dad said that some people used to just do rounds and rounds of this and not even paint it. But we want this thing to be nice and sealed, last a long time. And it's gonna look good and be camouflage for some duck hunting. Well guys, the boat has been primed and this is not what it's gonna look like, but I'm going with 2 different shades of brown for this boat. I'm gonna do a darker brown on the bottom and a lighter brown on the inside. So today I'm here to do some painting, like the actual first coat of paint. So first I've gotta go over this whole boat with the sandpaper, sand the primer layer down. And then it's gonna be multiple layers of paint and sanding in between. So this thing is water ready. Alright, y'all can see that I sanded everything. I'm gonna be using duck boat drab, and I'm gonna be painting the inside, bottom, side, seats, and the gunnels right there. Everything else is gonna be the other brown, but we're gonna get to it. I'm gonna make sure everything's blowed out, all the dust from all the sanding and everything. We're gonna paint. All right, I just started storming, but I just finished painting the inside, the first official coat of paint on the boat. I really like the color in it. Also, as I'm looking around a shop here, we got a bunch of unfinished decoys, like homemade decoys. This one is actually like shaped. This one's the shape of a coot decoy. I was just looking at them, I was thinking, it'd be pretty cool if I finished these decoys and used them in my homemade pirogue and shoot some ducks. I don't know, comment down below if you want me to finish those decoys and hunt with homemade decoys in a homemade boat. I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow. Well y'all, it's the next day. It's dried up. It looks amazing. So I'm gonna get this thing flipped over and we're gonna start working on the next color. The first coat for the next color. Time to get some dead grass green on the sides and the bottom. We finally get to see what this boat is gonna look like. We're doing 2 coats of each color. I did 2 coats on the inside yesterday. We're gonna do 2 coats of this. Final touch-ups. Then we can hit the bayou. This is the first time using this color on this project, so we'll get to see what this second color is looking like. I like it. I like the brown. I think it's gonna be a nice color for hunting. Again, dead grass green, and the other color on the inside is called duck boat drab. So now I'm gonna get my music on, get to painting. We'll get to see what this thing will look like. Well, I got it done. I'll come back once that's dried, do another coat of that. Might have a couple touch-up things, but other than that, after that next coat, the boat will pretty much be water ready. And it might need to be repainted later on after it's gotten some time in the water, but for now, it's pretty much almost ready. It's hot in here. That's why I look crazy. But anyway, I'm gonna head home, let that dry for a while. I really like the colors. I really am happy with the dark brown and the light brown. I love it. I hope y'all like it too. Alright, you guys, it's been a few days since I finished painting it, and my dad came flip it over for me, and here's like the final look. Like, it is beautiful. I absolutely love the colors. It looks great. And look, it's gonna get dinged up and it's gonna have to be repainted after it's has some time being used and being in the water, but it is beautiful. If y'all didn't watch part 1 and 2 fully, this is my dad's pattern, okay? Eventually we're gonna build a rack, what we call a rack in the bottom. So we're gonna have, basically build like a little deck inside right there. It's gonna be little slats to go in the center here so that when you're sitting, your feet's on the rack, not like in the water or whatever gets in the pirogue, okay? Your feet's up off the bottom. And we're going to build a paddle, as I mentioned before. So whenever we get some free time, when Dad can help me do that, we're going to build a paddle. A cypress paddle would be pretty fitting. So hopefully we can find a piece of cypress. But yeah, this is the pirogue. We also got to get a rope. We made these little holes on either side, so one of these sides we can add a rope. You know, you gotta have a rope on your pirogue. So once you got a rack, a rope, and a paddle, this thing is gonna be 100% finished, and I am loving it. Thank you to those who have joined along on my traditional wooden pirogue boat building series. This is not it for the series, this is it for the building after we complete these parts, but we're going to do the fishing and the hunting out of it. We're just going to continue on the Pirogue series because every adventure we do in this boat, I'm going to take y'all along so that y'all can get to be a part of it as well. I really like the comments I've been getting on my Pirogue videos because it's like y'all will say that it brings back memories of your dad or your pawpaw building boats or your experience with building a Pirogue. And it's also can be educational. So hopefully if people want to build their own pirogue and, you know, see how it's done, they can come look on my video, see how we did it. That's really the hope there. But I'm so glad that this build has brought back memories to some of y'all and that y'all have enjoyed along. And if y'all are interested in traditional boat building, there's something else I would like to share with y'all. So I'm gonna add it at the end of this video. We'll be talking about traditional boat building, an organization that's located down here in Louisiana for traditional wooden boat building and preserving the history of not only pirogue, but many other traditional boats, including the putt-putt boat. The Louisiana putt-putt boat, I mean, probably the first motorized boat to hit Louisiana or to exist. I don't know, but I actually recently got to ride in some putt-putt boats. We're gonna talk about that, and I'm gonna show y'all my experience with those boats. They also had some old pirogues at this event where we rode in the putt-putt boats, so I wanna show y'all this because if you're interested in this, you'll be interested in the putt-putt boats. All right, y'all. First time in the bayou. My new pirogue, homemade pirogue. Let's go for a paddle. We're gonna go for a paddle here, fly the drone, and see what this thing looks like in the water. We'll test out some turns here. You can hear the birds are making noises back there. This feels great, and like the fiberglass pirogue, couldn't paddle like on your knees like this. I can get down on my knees here, put my feet under there, and paddle like this. And it's so much more stable because the fiberglass pirogue I've been using has cracks and it has water inside the seats, so it's so wobbly. But this is so steady. I feel like I can stand up in it, which I'm about to test out right now. Oh yeah. In the other boat, I'd probably be like, not be able to do this. But y'all, I could stand in this thing. This is great. I find a nice balance here. Seems like we built it good, no water's coming in. It's so nice to be paddling this thing around after so long, y'all. Thank y'all to y'all who have come along on this journey of watching us build this boat. I know the parts are kind of far between. Yeah, it's taken a while. Hate to make y'all wait, but it's finally built in the water. Ready for some Cajun adventures, y'all. If there's anything else you want to know or see on the Pirogue series, just comment down below. Give us a comment. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed seeing the Pirogue in action. I know I surely did. I mentioned earlier in the video that we were going to talk about putt-putt boats at the end of this video. The Louisiana putt-putt boat. You could see one here next to my dad's mud boat, kind of to show comparison, although these are very different boats. So these boats come from the early 1900s. They have old marine engines. They're built with old growth cypress, completely wooden boats used as work boats in the early 1900s. I mean, some of the first motorized boats around. With these putt-putt boats, we're going to be talking about an organization, the Center for Traditional Louisiana Boat Building. They're located here in Southeast Louisiana. They're looking to build a new museum, and that's kind of what I want to talk about, is they're looking to preserve the history of traditional Louisiana boats and boat building, and they put on this event to do that, to raise awareness and to hopefully gain potential fundraising for their new museum that they're going to build on Nichols State University in Thibodaux, Louisiana. So for this event, we went to Lockport, Louisiana, launched I think 7 of these putt-putt boats, and I actually got to ride in a few of them and learn from the owners of these boats a little bit about the engines, what they were used for, built with. So I want to bring this history to you and encourage some of you out there, if any of of you are interested in traditional Louisiana boat building, I encourage you to go look up their website or their Facebook, Center for Traditional Louisiana Boat Building. And they unfortunately lost their old museum, I think in Hurricane Ida. That's why they're trying to build a new museum. So just trying to bring awareness, and I hope y'all enjoy. So yeah, let's go hop in these putt-putt boats and get a little bit of Louisiana history on the bayou.
So these are this is a 4 horsepower Lockwood Ash 2-stroke engine. It runs forward and reverse. Sometimes you don't have to turn it off to go forward. Just make the engine run in the opposite direction. Make it a little longer. If not, it would have been a 21-foot boat. The boat was probably used for logging, trapping, collecting moss, and just general transportation. It was built in Mermentau, Louisiana in the 30s. I estimated it to be about 1933 or so. It cruises pretty good at about 7 miles an hour. Built this boat in 2019, built the one behind a couple years later for my brother. My son and my brother helped me. We built it together. This motor is probably one of the later ones that were produced, because these were made in Plaquemine, Louisiana. And they made them to about the early 50s, maybe something like that. So this could be anywhere late 30s, early, very early 50s, but somewhere in the 30s or the 40s, more than likely. Don't know exactly what year it is. It doesn't have a transmission. It was all about simplicity, so. But it's a 2-stroke, so the motor can be reversed, and so the prop will turn backwards. You just won't stop. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it for you, okay?
All right.
Got my gas on, and we're just gonna. Got just about ready to stop, and now it's going in reverse. Now it's going forward. It's simple, easy to work on. Lasted for a long time. Close to 100 years old, still running.
Years ago.
It might go 8 miles an hour, maybe. That'd be about it. But what it did do was it has a lot of torque. So you can pull your houseboat, push your moss barge around. These will work boats. That's
yeah.
What they were. 24 foot. They had some 30 foot. 25 foot. I don't know if they had 30 foot. They probably did. But they had some set up for like a school bus.
Really?
Same setup in the back, but the front would be rows of kids, pick the kids up, bring them to school. They had at least one set up as a chapel. A little cabin over the boat. The priest would drive up to this little community, open up the doors. There was an altar with a little tabernacle in it, you know, and say, man. But there wasn't no roads, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
as my buddy KB says, this was the Model T of the spillway. You know?
Are these made to go shallow? Or just for getting around and working?
Right, bayous and, you know, you can't go in really shallow water.
Right.
It's not a mud boat. It doesn't have the horsepower. This is just 4 horses. So it's not going to push you through the mud. But it's got a big old propeller and it's real full of houseboats. I'm just idling right now. It'll go a little fast. It'll go about 8 miles an hour, but it's still not flying. But by today's standards, you barely moving. But by the teens and the 20s, you'd have passed somebody paddling, pulling your houseboat. They'd have been pretty impressed.
Because this was like the first boat with a motor, right?
Yeah, this is a purpose-built marine engine. So, this motor was probably designed in the early 1900s. So you know, that technology didn't change for a while. Then outboard motors come out, so they started being obsolete.
How old is your boat?
This one was built in 2010 by Ori Mendoza. Probably one close to the last one they built, probably. I don't know. He used to number them, but I hadn't found the whole number on it yet. I don't know which one this was.
And the motor, where the motor?
The motor was made in Blackman, 8 horsepower.
Coming out the hose, what's that from?
For cooling.
Okay.
So it comes up through the bottom here, goes through the engine, and then comes out. On the back there's a little water pump. You want to drive?
Sure.
So yeah, if you want to go that way, you pull it towards you. If you want to go the other way, you pull it away from you. And if you want to go faster, you want to go slow. Fast. I think we're in a no wake zone.
I'm not going to go much faster.
You like it, huh?
Yeah. You got to get used to that sideways.
Do the same thing when you're backing up. Whatever direction you want to go, you push in that direction. It's called a waterman stick.
Make a big turn.
Yeah. Oh, hard over. Push it all the way. That's it. This one goes about 11 miles an hour.
Okay. It's a little bit bigger than the other ones already.
Yeah, so this engine's rated at 8 horsepower, but if you do the calculations for horsepower on it, it works out to 19. Slow it down just a little bit.
That way?
Yeah, just a little bit. There you go. They taxed horsepower. The government taxed horsepower, so they would say they would lessen what they were to reduce taxes, and then that way, you know, it was a little bit cheaper. People would buy more. All right, go a little. Oh, gotta go a little faster now. Want to see reverse? Yeah, you see, you put it in neutral. Know what I mean? And it stop. That's neutral.
When was this boat built?
1999.
Are they pretty much all Cypress? All of
Yeah,
them?
most of them, yeah, all Cypress. We got maybe one or two that might have some plywood on it. But
You come reverse. Reverse. And here come forward. That's it.
So it was super awesome to see these boats in action and to get inside of a few of them, y'all. Check out the Center's website, and there are so many other boats and cool things to see. There's so much history just in the pictures alone on their website. Hopefully, we can get the fundraising they need and the ability to get their museum back and visit it again. I visited the old one multiple times, so look, y'all check them out. Thank y'all for watching this video, and we'll see y'all in the next one right here on Cajun Girl Outdoors.